These are the Israeli military secrets the BBC doesn't want you to know. Part 1. The BBC operates what the Centre for Media Monitoring called a military doctrine blackout in its report on biased coverage of the genocide in Gaza. This means that our public broadcaster never mentions key IDF strategies, even though they're absolutely essential for understanding Israeli operations. One of these strategies provides the key to Israel's escalating bombardment of Gaza City, the most densely populated area in the Strip. Israel announced it had formally begun operations to take control of Gaza City back in August. Since then, the IDF has decimated every essential system in Gaza City, from hospitals and schools to water infrastructure and residential homes. This is a deliberate strategy. It's called the Daya Doctrine, an Israeli military doctrine that calls for the use of massive disproportionate force and the deliberate targeting of civilians and civilian infrastructure. The Daya Doctrine is named after the Daya suburb of Beirut in Lebanon, where Hezbollah has its headquarters. In 2006, Israel decimated the Daya suburb, killing over 1,000 civilians, about a third of them children, and causing vast damage to civilian infrastructure. 2 years later, IDF chief Gadi Eisenkot announced that what happened in Daya in 2006 would be repeated in every village deemed to pose a threat to Israel. He said, "We will apply disproportionate force and cause great damage and destruction there. From our standpoint, these are not civilian villages, they are military bases. This is not a recommendation, this is a plan, and it has been approved." The use of disproportionate force and the targeting of civilians and civilian infrastructure are recognised as war crimes under international law. But this hasn't stopped Israel. The Daya Doctrine was on full display in December 2008 when Operation Cast Lead began. During the 3-week operation, Israel killed 1,400 Palestinians, including at least 300 children. According to a UN inquiry, Operation Cast Lead was a deliberately disproportionate attack designed to punish, humiliate and terrorise a civilian population. The Daya Doctrine was in use again in July 2014 when Israel launched Operation Protective Edge, killing 2,000 Palestinians, including over 500 children. Disproportionate force and the targeting of civilians and civilian infrastructure, the Daya Doctrine, is stamped all over Israel's ongoing genocide in Gaza. Since October 2023, Israel has damaged or destroyed all 36 hospitals and 90% of schools and university buildings in Gaza. The IDF has been able to increase the destruction of private homes by using an AI system that generates targets and facilitates strikes on residential buildings at an unprecedented scale. The IDF's own data shows that at least 83% of Palestinians killed in Gaza since October 2023 have been civilians. This is the Daya Doctrine in action. This isn't the only Israeli military secret that the BBC doesn't want to tell you about. In part 2, I'll talk about the Hannibal Directive.